Welcome to Mastering and Guideline in Ultrasound and Echo. Hi everyone. Here is the response to one of the question of member Human asked. In those situations that we challenging RVOT like this case, what tip and tricks we can use to make it clear? And beside of that, exactly which spot we measure for RVOT diameter and what time of the cardiac cycle and where we put exactly sample volume for the RVOT pulse Doppler because we measure it QP based on those parameters, and we know that QP is that only for the intracardiac shunt, or there are some other clinical implication for the measuring QP. As you know that based on the QP and QS in normal situation, we know in any closed circuit system, whatever comes in goes out. So the amount of the blood goes to the pulmonary artery in normal situation without any shunt and any valvular regurgitation should be the same. Is only we use QP in echo for the checking if there is any shunt, intracardiac shunt or not, or there are some other useful in situation that we can use QP and use it and judging the patient situation. We are going to answer to all this question in this clip. Here I would like to add another question. How the cardiologist after catheterization for any reason, just by watching and look at the number of O2 saturation in different chamber of the heart, they come to this conclusion that the patient has intracardiac shunt, even left to right or right to left, and they request uh, echocardiography for rule outing shunt. How they know based on just O2 saturation in different level like this case? Now let's go for answer to all of them.